A serious problem is putting Oscar Piastri under pressure against Lando Norris, but McLaren is making one thing clear. This is not a psychological crisis. Andrea Stella says Piastri's recent struggles are technical, especially when the car has low grip, and that could become a major factor as the season moves forward. Truck racing, I did a little bit of single-seater touring cars, sports cars, and problem was impossible to ignore at the Dutch Grand Prix. Piastri finished 6th, a massive 32 seconds behind Norris, who took the victory. The gap became especially painful on the hard tyres, where the Australian struggled to find the same pace as his teammate. But Stella says McLaren has seen this pattern before. According to Stella, Piastri has faced similar difficulties in low grip conditions, including races in Mexico and Austin last season. He explained that Oscar has to change the way he drives, how he approaches the car, and even his expectations when grip disappears. That adaptation requires extra mental effort, and Stella believes it can cost Piastri several tenths of a second per lap. This is where things change. Stella strongly rejected the idea that Piastri's problems are psychological. I don't think this has anything to do with some kind of psychological issue. It's purely technical, the McLaren boss said. In other words, the team believes the weakness is connected to how Piastri adapts to difficult car behavior, not a lack of confidence or mental strength. Some of them will agree that this is why the really kalmissionfolgen mot Asterix så dödsbölen hade åsamrit av dejtau. Det var lägger problem i several races, the PIP legal, or each of his cultivated famous tyrants. But McLaren also has to accept responsibility. Piastri's race was made worse when the team called him into the pits to cover George Russell. The stop was slow and Piastri lost position to the Mercedes driver. Stella admitted the mistake belonged to the team, saying they lost the position because of the slow pit stop, and that it was the responsibility of the team, not Oscar. Meanwhile, Norris was doing almost the opposite. The British driver was particularly strong in the same low grip conditions, showing just how much performance McLaren could extract from the car at Zandvoort. That contrast makes Piastri's problem even more important, because the difference was not simply about the car's overall speed. And this may not stop here. Stella says he is satisfied with the improvements Piastri showed during the weekend and expects further progress through the rest of the season. But until Oscar can consistently handle these low grip conditions without losing those crucial tenths, Norris could continue to hold a major advantage. The real question now is whether Piastri can close that gap before it becomes a bigger problem for McLaren's championship ambitions. A related Formula One story will be available next in the card. What's your take on this situation? Share your opinion below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Formula One updates.